Hi there guys, Sam here, welcome back to another video, and this is going through configuring and ordering the new Golf GTI Clubsport, which has recently been announced. So yeah, let's go through the configurator together and order this car. So yeah, let's get into this one. So yes, welcome back to another video. You join me, once again, talking about sort of VW's latest and greatest hot hatches. And for this one, which had recently been announced a couple of days ago, the GTI Clubsport, and I've done a video, the link above for that for more details on sort of like the images and stuff. But I wanted to go through the configurator. This isn't available on the UK configurator yet. This is on the German configurator, but I worked quite well when I did it for the standard GTI, and actually price wise is quite like for like. So stay tuned for this one so you can get an idea of how much this will cost in the UK, or get an idea of where this will cost whatever region you're kind of in, should it be available. So yeah, this is the German configurator, translated to English. And the first picture you get, the Golf GTI Clubsport, looks nice. We've seen those images before, but it looks really, really cool. And then as you go further into it and you learn more, image changes around from the other side. I do actually like the way they've done these pictures, actually. And that car in white with those wheels is actually what I'm going to try to configure up to, because I think that looks probably one of the best ones. Reminds me of the Clubsport S, when it was in white and sort of going around the Nürburgring and stuff. Yeah, it works well. And Oryx white, actually, or that pearlescent white, is probably one of the best Golf colours I've seen. Certainly the only real sort of special paint colour that you can get in the last couple of years in the UK has been that one. It looked really cool on the Mark 7s, and yeah, it looks great here as well. Unfortunately, as I've mentioned before in other videos, countries such as Australia, which can get like purple and like almost like a Miami blue like, and green, all sorts of colors, we don't get that here because obviously, yeah, for whatever reason. But yeah, let's get further through and actually click configure now. So yeah, you get straight into it, and straight away you can see that is basically what the standard spec is in Germany. You get an idea of the efficiency, what it recommends for its octane rating for the fuel. So basically, you're better off in most cars, to be honest, sticking the highest octane rating you can get. In this country, in the UK, you can get about 99, but actually in Germany, you can get up to about 104. So it's really, really good quality fuel. Standard is 18-inch wheels, kind of look like standard GTI wheels. You get the decals down the side, which look quite nice. So it actually comes with that as standard, which is nice. The seats are a bit more special as well. And yeah, that kind of adds to it. Standard kind of GTI interior. So you get the standard like random buttons and all these kind of stuff. So there's nothing really changed there. But you can see the spoiler. Looks quite cool. Now, prices. 40,224 euros. Now, in pounds, which is how I work, that equates to 36,461 pounds, which puts it and gives you an idea of, well, a lot of people on my channel, and me included, are interested in the Mark 8 Golf R. The Mark 8 Golf R is probably going to be about £1,000 more than that. But yeah, like for like, that is about £2,000 more than a DSG equipped Golf GTI, basically. So yeah, it's a little bit more of a premium, but then you're getting nearly, this is 301 PS, 296 brake horsepower. It's a big jump, nearly 60 brake horsepower is quite a big upgrade. So it's not actually that much more expensive when you think about it. No manual option, as I mentioned, just 7-speed DSG. Now, I'd like to show some of VW's marketing. Yeah, there you go. Very stylish, very artistic, and very photoshopped. I don't think either of those people in the images would be interested in a Golf GTI. They look more acquainted to maybe like a Rolls Royce or something like that. Yeah, interesting how companies are really working hard to get their marketing right. Yeah, interesting stuff there. A little bit more about the car, actually. One thing that has been prevalent in a lot of manufacturers is going around the Nürburgring. Now, the Mark 7 Clubsport S, which was limited to only, a few hundred units, had a Nürburgring button, and basically it meant it put the adaptive dampers, the dynamic chassis control, into its softest setting, and everything else on hard was basically right, because the Nürburgring is quite bumpy, all that kind of stuff. Now in the UK, our roads are similar because they're very bumpy and and really uncomfortable. So this actual setting is quite good because you just set it once, you're done. So that's quite a cool little feature that they kind of added on it, and they're trying to show that this car is a little bit more sporty than any others out there. moving on further to the actually ordering process. Now, I had issues converting this into English because it's a little bit more complex for for the internet browser that I was using, and so this is all in German. But as you can see, 7-speed DSG, 221 kilowatts, 301 PS, emissions 151 grams per kilometre. It's a 2-litre TSI OPF, so it's got the particulate filters, and it's the same EA engine essentially you'll find in my Mark 7 Golf R and in pretty much all the hot hatch Golfs, every single one, for the last sort of like 7 years. And even those cars were derivatives of Mark 6 Golfs with the same sort of engine. So yeah, they really haven't changed too much on that front, and that's the base price of the car, and the only engine and the only transmission you can select. Colours wise, as I mentioned before, the Oryx White looks amazing. You can slap another €1,000 for that. I'll do a conversion rate towards the end. But yeah, all the colours available. King's Red Metallic looks quite nice as well. But I like it. I think it looks quite cool in that colour. Looks quite sporty. It's certainly probably what I would go for. I don't know if the grey really works with this one. Not with the red brake calipers for me. That's what's sort of pushing me towards configuring this as a white one, to be honest. On the wheels, surprisingly, there's no sort of like Club Sport specific wheels on the configurator. Now, if you're familiar with the 40th anniversary edition and even the TCR from the Mark 7 and the 7.5, they did have sort of special wheels for them, which you could only really get for those cars. And I really liked them. In fact, I'd buy the cars just the wheels alone. There was some smaller like 18-inch wheels with diamond cut, and it had a really good finish to it. Now for this, you can only choose the 18-inch sort of standard GTI ones or the 19-inch ones. 19-inch looks better. That's what I've kind of gone for. It does increase your sort of like fuel and your emissions and all that kind of stuff, because that's how everything works now. But that's all you can go for. So bit of a shame really that it can't stand out and really be different from a normal GTI, because looking at that, the only thing that's different is the bigger wing and some decals on the door. So yeah, a little bit of a disappointment, I guess, on that side. But yeah, cost cutting as always, probably from VW. Still, the aftershocks from Dieselgate and everything like that. Obviously, you can pick basically every single optional extra that you can do in any Golf. Nothing is different here for the Club Sport. Heads-up display is quite cool. That's something that I'd choose, but at the moment I've just kept it kind of pretty simple and standard. Chose the special paint, the Oryx White, and put the 19-inch wheels on the car. That gives a total price of just over €42,000. And you can get yourself a lightly spec'd Club Sport, and that adds up to, from my Google maths, is just over £38,000. So yeah, what this is kind of telling me about the Mark 8 Golf R is that car is going to be very hard to kind of get under the £40,000 price mark unless you really don't option anything. So that's interesting, but it gives you an idea. Now I know this is going to be interesting to see what price point they do it in the UK or in other countries, but it gives you a rough estimate, let's just say. And it's always good to get a bit of an idea where what you're putting your money into and how much money it's going to be. So yeah, I'll end it there. That's a little bit on the configurator on the German website. Have a play around with it as well. Maybe you might understand German a little bit better, and the configurator will work a bit easier for you. But yeah, that's certainly the car that I would sort of configure at this stage. I think it looks quite nice. The red touches, the red sort of stripes along the front with the red GTI badge and the red brake calipers against the white looks quite nice. Even actually the decals on the side of the door are not too like in your face like the last one. Black roof or black pano roof probably would work quite well as well. And you got the spoiler, which kind of adds to the sporty flair of the car. The front grille, obviously grills are getting bigger these days. You see all the honeycomb effects and obviously the extra cooling going into the car. And you're getting quite a lot out of that engine, which is quite good with the power that you're being given. It sets up quite nicely to see what the Mark 8 Golf R is going to be like, to be announced on the 4th of November, if you've seen yesterday's video. But yeah, I thought I'd go through the configurator on this on your sort of Friday evening to check out. And let me know what you'd go for. Let me know if you think this car is worth going for. I think it's a popular car. I kind of find it hard why you would go for this over an R. But I get why you would go for this over a standard GTI. I think it's just that little bit more pumped up, a little bit more, yeah, a little bit more unique as well. You know, there's going to be less club sports around than standard GTIs. So yeah, if you're in for that sort of thing, this is the car to go for. But yeah, we should get full an idea on the exact pricing of this car at a later date, and I'll bring it here on this video. So please stay tuned and subscribe to get more updates on this car, as long with other sort of VW hot hatches that are kind of coming around these days. And yeah, check out other content on my channel, see if you're interested, and yeah, see if it's something you'll enjoy subscribing to. But thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, fantastic rest of your weekend. And yeah, I'll see you again next time for another video. But thanks so much for watching. I'll see you again next time. Cheers, guys.